This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Hoosiers will put total leather and we'll get started. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. From the gun, running back on the move. Runs through the tackle. Turning it on. Running through contact. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
The blocking doesn't have to be perfect because this guy makes people miss and creates explosive plays.
Yeah, yards after contact really has been a big part of this rushing offense this season and obviously in this game as well. They've got guys that give tremendous individual effort.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hemby. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here's the pressure. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Indiana. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off.
That ties the game at 7.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive through. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Caught near the sideline, it's Cooper. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Brings up second down.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brings it to the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
At the 40, there he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Motion from the wideout. They'll run it from the gun. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They try to get it outside on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Pulls it in. It's Ross. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They even things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top for this drive.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And the Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very...
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, for go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Denmark. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
And the Nittany Lions are on the move. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Gonna look downfield again. They'll run the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He wants to throw it. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! You know, the way he's going has me churning through the old memory bank here for the single-game touchdown record at Penn State. You know who that was?
I have no idea.
Well, everyone knows it was Harry Robb. Went to the house 6 times in 1917. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's got great speed. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point is good. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Turning it on. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Allen. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. Still running at the 40. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He'll take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for room. It's Hemby. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half,
finds a spot in the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He breaks a tackle. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The inside handoff. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mendoza. They're working that left side.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He'll do it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Grab behind the line. It's Allen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Under fire. That's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Back to pass on second down. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Number 5 with the catch and score.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the extra point was good, no incident there, and we're tied up in the third. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Brings up second down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Black 24. Black 24. Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense is choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Temby. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They think they can create space here, but the run to the right. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. To the air, it's Mendoza. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Singleton. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage.
There he goes. The 40, the 30, the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a double.
Touchdown, Indiana! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Sends the offense back onto the field. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. Finds his man. It's Ross. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He's got him. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick strike complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Play the analytics here, and you go for two. From the gun. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. They want that clock to run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game.